Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So today's topic of discussion is preparation of aldehydes. So today we will discuss about some useful methods by which we can produce aldehydes. So at first you can see I have already written a reaction over here. So this is the oxidation method of primary alcohols. So this is 1 degree alcohol and we are getting aldehyde from this one, and we are treating this 1 degree alcohol with acidified potassium dichromate. So at first we are getting aldehyde, but aldehydes are very much susceptible to oxidation as compared to the primary alcohols. That's why further oxidation occurs and we are getting carboxylic acid. So this is not a suitable process. To overcome this reaction problem, we can use some suitable reagents for this one. So number one is Collins reagent. So this is chromium trioxide and pyridine complex. Next one is PCC, that means pyridinium chlorochromate, or we can use Jones reagent, which is a mixture of K2Cr2O7, H2SO4 and aqueous acetone. Okay, so if we use this reagents instead of this reagent, we can have aldehyde as our exclusive product, and we can prevent this further oxidation of aldehydes. Okay, so the next method is from calcium salts of carboxylic acids. So by dry distillation we actually do it. So if we take calcium formate along with calcium salt of any other carboxylic acid, for example I am taking calcium acetate, and after dry distillation we will get acetaldehyde, and along with this we will get calcium carbonate. So which kind of aldehyde will be produced by this reaction will be determined by the carboxylic acid salt which you have taken along with this calcium formate. Okay, for example if you take calcium propionate and same reaction condition, and they are taken in 1:1 molar ratio. So from this one we are getting our aldehyde, and so we will get propanaldehyde, right? Along with this same calcium carbonate we are getting. And if calcium formate is subjected to dry distillation, then we can get formaldehyde as our product. So next is from carboxylic acids. Here I have taken acetic acid along with this again formic acid. This is formic acid, you can see. So here also they have to be taken in 1:1 molar ratio, and the mixture vapor is to be passed over manganese oxide or thoria at very high temperature, and after that we will get our aldehyde, and aldehyde will come from that part. So we are getting acetaldehyde, along with this we are getting water and carbon dioxide. Okay, so if vapors of formic acids are passed over heated manganese oxides or thoria, then we can get formaldehyde by this method. Okay, so next is name reaction. This is very important, Rosenmund reaction, or we can write Rosenmund reduction. So this is a basically partial reduction procedure, and the reaction is named after the name of the discoverer. Actually from acid chlorides we get our aldehyde in this process. Okay, and we use palladium palladium catalyst deposited over barium sulfate, and we take this acid chloride in boiling xylene. Okay, so why this is partial reduction? Because this aldehyde can be further reduced to alcohols, right? So barium sulfate here actually acts as a catalytic poison, and this reduces the activity of this palladium catalyst and stops this reaction at this stage. We can use sulfur or quinoline as poison catalyst also to reduce the catalytic efficiency of palladium. Actually, carboxylic acids cannot be directly reduced to aldehydes, so they are at first converted to their acid chlorides, and corresponding aldehydes we can get from this. For example, if you take CH3COCl, that means acetyl chloride, and same condition we can have acetaldehyde. Okay, but if you want to prepare HCHO, that means formaldehyde, by this Rosenmund reduction, this is not possible, because in Rosenmund reduction we have to take its corresponding acid chloride, so we have to take HCOCl, right? So this HCOCl is very unstable at ordinary temperature, so by Rosenmund reduction formation of formaldehyde is not possible. Next is another name reaction, Stephen method. So we can prepare aldehydes by Stephen method by treating alkyl cyanides with stannous chloride and concentrated HCl. Okay, this is RCN, that means alkyl cyanide, and we are treating it with stannous chloride, concentrated HCl, and after that hydrolysis. So we can get RCHO, okay, as our product. So actually this reaction occurs through the formation of imine, that means this RCN after treatment with this SnCl2 and concentrated HCl, RCH double bond NH. This is produced, this is imine, okay. After hydrolysis we will get RCHO. Clear? So by Stephen method we can produce aldehydes from cyanides in this way. Next is Waker process. So in Waker process we can produce aldehyde, actually acetaldehyde from ethylene, okay, PdCl2 H2O and CuCl2 air, CH3CHO plus palladium, and along with this HCl is formed. So when ethylene is passed through acidified solution of palladium chloride mixed with cupric chloride in presence of air or oxygen, then acetaldehyde is produced, and this is a one-step process which gives this acetaldehyde only, okay, and ketone is obtained when an alkene other than ethylene is used, okay. So this is Waker process. So in my next videos I'll be discussing about another methods of preparation of aldehydes. Till then, stay tuned with my channel, and thanks for watching.